If he passes, I think I'm crying for that one too.
You sure you didn't see him pass?
Where's he crying on? There's no one
I
there.
see anyone.
Who's John Cena?
Who's he talking about?
He's never existed. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Livin Room Podcast without the G. I'm your host for today's episode, Jason. Joined with the boys, as always, Bryan and Dom. And we have our first guest of season 2.
Hello.
Marco.
Hello.
Joining the pod.
Is this the hard cam? This is the hard cam. Right? that was awesome. I was sweating for you.
I'm a pro at this. I've
what
got
is
the
it, what is it,
We never mess up intros here.
What does the chat say? I can't see.
They're saying best
Nah,
episode.
yeah, bro.
Yes, it's yet to come. Yeah, so he's got to stay tuned for it.
Yeah.
But glad to have you on, or
I'm
we're all
happy
glad
I'm happy
to
to
have
be
you on.
here. Thank you guys. Thank you. This is this is a good time. We've been here for a couple of
Don't tell
Say that.
I've been held hostage here for 5 days now.
No. He got here. We started immediately.
Did you see a little bone in his cheek sticking out?
Please help somebody.
Blink twice.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm glad I was able to get out of here. Not get out of
You
here.
want to leave already? This might be our shortest episode yet, everyone.
5 minute episode.
We tried to do it a while ago.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yes,
life
yes.
happens.
Right,
We know
right.
that. But I'm very, very, very happy to be here. It's going to be a good one, I think.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
It
yeah.
might be the best
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
of season 2,
always a
maybe
good
ever.
time.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
no,
Yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get there. I didn't know you guys were sponsored at the very beginning. That was very nice jingle that you guys have been working on. So that was nice to hear.
But I think you are our first guest we had that has a kid, though, I think.
Really?
Right? Yeah. Right? You think so?
Really?
Yeah.
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 I had him.
So
pretty
you're
old,
you're
too.
making groundbreaking work on
that's
the
nice.
podcast.
No,
so
if you see this, you know.
tell him I said.
Represent dads everywhere.
Yeah.
I love you, Noah. And I had my son old. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's the thing. So I just turned 30.
Congrats.
Thank you. I just turned 30.
New decade, let's
and
go.
I had
Real.
him. Well, crap. She's gonna hate me for this. He's I think 20 months now. So math is not math, and I was probably 29. 28.
I had to
28,
wait.
yeah.
Okay, bro.
Well, I have some friends that started having kids 22, 23 years old. Now they're 5, 6, 7 years old. So,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I definitely feel like I had them a little bit on the later side compared to
Some
of
people
my
we
other-
had
yeah.
them in their late 30s and
Yeah.
40s as
People
men.
wait.
Take
Yeah.
your time. That's what I'm gonna probably say to everybody. Take your time because it's definitely it's a blessing, but it's a lot of hard work. That's for sure.
Especially when they're young.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All
I got
the
lucky.
daycare and stuff like that.
So-
Some people, it's like,
Yeah, and I've heard of how much daycare can cost and how
Yeah.
much it can run you up. So that's a think twice, guys, before having a kid for sure.
right.
Yeah.
And then also, I forgot in the intro that you're one half of a group.
Yeah, no
Oh,
No
request.
request.
No request.
No request.
Ryan, if you see this, shout out
We're
Ryan
giving
now.
all the shout outs.
We love
Shout
you,
out
Ryan.
from Zero, Red
Red
Bull.
Bull.
Oh, there's a lot of shout outs here.
Yeah.
Ice
We're-
Mountain.
Ice Mountain.
We got
Diet Dr. Pepper, bro.
What is it called? Copyright. We're about to get a
Copyright strike.
a cease and desist.
Don't say our names.
F these guys. I don't want them representing our brand. I don't know how we segue into some of that stuff.
How did you get into the DJing?
I love
Getting it all-
music. I
Yeah.
love music. I feel like
When did you start? What made
loving
you?
music or
No,
just
the
messing with
DJ
music?
with and all that stuff.
So it's a funny story. So
got time.
2015,
Good time.
2015, I'm Lollapalooza.
Oh,
Might have been under the influence, might not have been. But I was at Cascade, and
Ooh, Cascade.
at the same time, Paul McCartney from the Beatles was playing,
Oh,
and my heart was torn because I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like I want to see Paul McCartney from the Beatles, man. Who doesn't, right?
right.
Yeah.
But also Cascade, Chicago, hometown. He's repping. So I was like, I'm going with my gut. I'm going to go with Cascade.
Mhm.
And like I said, I might not have been under the influence, but at some point I was like, this is awesome. He's playing tunes that people love, and if they don't love, they're hearing it for the first time. They're gonna love it, you know. I want to do something like that, or at least try to get my way involved into something like that, because you don't know when it's someone's either first time, second or third, or even unfortunately last time hearing that song or a song, any kind of song, really. So at that moment, I was like, I got to find a way to get into that. And I remember I bought this super shitty, it was in Record Box, but it was a Serato controller. It's like 125. I bought it from
Guitar Center?
No, I got it from actually I got it from a busboy at the Cheesecake Factory. When I was working there.
So used.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's been.
Well, he was one of those like wedding DJs on a bigger scale, not bigger scale, but just, he's doing a lot more work. And he had mentioned he was selling it if I knew anybody. I was like, shit, I'm somebody. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, let's do it. So I bought it off of him. I had a shitty laptop set up and started kind of what they call crate digging. And, as a hobby, I've been doing it for the last 9-10 years or so. So it's been, I don't know. It's been fun. It's been fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what's like the main genre that you're trying to play, like EDM type stuff?
So it's a weird one of those, like, you know how it goes. If you're like rock, but there's hardcore punk, and then there's punk rock, and there's pop, all that. So I love house music and all that is house music.
Oh,
but
It's a vibe.
there's different types. There's minimal and there's deep house and tech house and all that stuff. But for me, house is just going to be whatever it is you want it to be, if that kind of makes sense. If someone's moving and grooving to some tribal house, you're like, all right, they're locked into that.
So you just have to kind of know who your audience is, and you cater to that.
Yeah, you kind of just got to read the room.
Okay. Interesting.
I think it's very easy to play the hits,
Of course,
and to play the top. Let's just call it the top 40 in that genre. That's easy, but to put it together and to kind of move those pieces around, that's where the fun begins. That's where that fun starts to kind of showcase itself.
So what goes through your mind when you're creating a playlist that you'd play for an event you have going on? So how to make it all blend, as you're like saying.
What I love about, doing No Requests with Bryan is we get to piggyback off of a lot of songs that we heard and that we can share with each other, and we can go off of that. Ryan does a great job in finding the unknown songs that not too many people might know about. And we'll mix that up. Let's just say ballpark, where we try to strive every new gig we have 40 songs that we have never played before.
Oh, wow.
And
That's so ballsy.
We could pick and be like, okay, well, this goes good with this song, but it doesn't do well with this song. So we might never play that combo again, or not too many people were dancing to that, or whatever it looks like. But really, I think it's just like what's new, what's unique. Don't try not to be too repetitive.
Yeah.
And then just kind of try to create that I guess vibe, if you want to call it that, from that playlist. But it's not one of those like we pre-planned at midnight we're playing this song, and at 12:45 we're playing. No, like
it's flexible
schedule. And again, it just depends on the crowd. Whether it's 5 people, 15, 20, 50, everyone's going to react differently to that song or a couple of songs that you're playing. So it just kind of depends. A lot of different factors. Who's drinking, who's not drinking, who's
under the influence or whatever,
Who's gone. Yeah, exactly. Or what time is it? It makes a big difference if it's 7 p.m. or 1 a.m. So all that stuff is kind of going through your brain, if you will. And you're just, what I like to do is I like to find 1 or 2 people, and I'm locking into them. And if I can get both of them grooving, I'm doing my job right. I'm doing it well. But if one's not dancing, the other one's saying, I got to figure something out, And sometimes you might have to rely on like that known song to get them back.
Right.
And then you can like, all right, now I can dive into that catalog and really show them songs they might not have heard.
You sound like a streamer saying that, though. You're like, I look at 1 or 2 people, and that's what chat is basically saying.
It's real life chat. So we were joking about it. For context, we were joking about having a chat and reacting to it before we started rolling. But yeah, I mean, I guess, it's the perfect way to put it. You really are looking at whoever's in front of you like that, like a chat, But yeah, it just every gig I think varies, and also too like what's the weather? There's so many factors,
right?
Yeah, they go into it, but it's been a blast. We started doing this. God, I'm gonna sound old on this. So so it was a few summers ago. Ryan and I were just, hitting the nightlife, going into Chicago, going to Spy Bar, Sound Bar, any place that was pretty much playing house music. And you knew if it was Friday or Saturday, like clockwork. Me, him, and our friend Johnny Perez.
Another shout out.
Shout out to Johnny. We gotta have a shout out tally.
Man, you're making my job hard.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
sorry about that. Jason he's gonna go into OT this week. Very easily.
About a shout out.
Yeah, that commission check's gonna look nice. But I was saying, so Friday, Saturday would hit. We'd go out, go dance until 4 a.m. We'd shut down these bars, these clubs we'd go to. And at some point, and Ryan could correct me on this, but
he's gonna have the comment.
Yeah,
Right?
he sparked interest. He sparked interest similar to kind of how I did. I like that. I like what this DJ is doing. How can I do it? Because we were talking about trial and error. All of it is trial and error. Mm-hmm. You're not going to know what you're good at until you do it. And if you're not good at it, you're going to keep practicing at that. And so I think I borrowed either another friend of ours controller, or I took my own controller over there to his place, and we started practicing.
Yeah.
Week by week, just, started practicing whenever we could. Eventually Ryan bought his own controller, and then, next thing you know, he's practicing more and more and more and more. And it's probably about maybe 2 or 3 months before Noah was born that he ends up making a connection. He says, hey, I got this place you can play at. What are your thoughts? Ryan reaches out and says, what do you think, man? We should do it in X, Y, and Z. Because we had talked about it at that point. Like, we should maybe at some point start to network out, try to find a gig.
Yeah.
And it was tough because, again, the timeline of all of it, I think the gig was like in February, and my son was going to be born, and supposed to be a leap year baby, born on March 1st, because he was not.
That was almost me.
Yeah, he's holding out. I had this lame joke where I was like, damn, if he was born in leap year, I would have saved so much on birthdays. He would have been 20 going to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, happy 4th birthday, happy 5th birthday, man, enjoy. But so it was a tough timeline because the gig was like in January, February, whatever it was at. And initially it was going to be one of those like one and done. Get it out of my system, and then just whatever comes from it. Let's say we leave it at that. But the more conversations I had with the missus, with Betsy and friends, the more
shout out
to Betsy.
The most shout outs in one episode.
The more conversations I had, the more I was like, I think I'd like to do a little bit more. I think I'd like to try to get out there more if the opportunities come up. So we do that. We do the gig. We have a blast. And next thing you know, we're being asked, hey, do you want to start running a weekly thing here? There's an opportunity. It comes up. We take it. We ran with it for a little over a year and some change now. Mm-hmm. It was Good Fridays is what we called it.
Sir.
Because funny enough, when we get offered to go back to the place to play, it would have been on a Good Friday. So we come up with the joke at that time. I was like, all right, I think I might have been listening to some of Kanye West's stuff that he had released through his thing, like Good Fridays at the time. It was leading up to my Dark Twisted Fantasy release. And it was on a Good Friday. I was like, well, what are the odds? What are the timings of that? So we joked, what if we call it the Good Fridays? And we did.
Yeah, that's good.
And people, they liked it. They were receptive to it. So we're like, can we cuss in this thing?
I mean, it depends how late we are into
F-bomb it. We were like, F-bomb it.
I could just bleep it if you want to.
Actually, let's do that. Just bleep it out. We have a bleep counter.
200 bleeps.
Jason's going to call off. Jason's going to call off for the rest of the year on editing.
I retire. It was a good run.
I'll be season 2.
You're going to get that email saying, I resign from my position.
Yeah.
He's just a background character at this point. NPC. No, but yeah, people like the idea, so we just ran with it, and the thing itself was like came out of a place of kind of just paying it forward for folks. We got our first gig from someone paying it forward to us. And we wanted to keep doing that. And we're blessed to be able to do that for a lot of great talent, a lot of local talent that just either hasn't had the opportunity to get a gig or just hasn't had that right, like we said, networking or connection opportunity.
Yeah.
Or just some folks that we listened to at other places that were like, we want you to come out here. And we, as a music lover, it was awesome because we were getting Mixed Sense. We were hearing some folks' unreleased songs, and we're like, oh, this is great because, again, I'm a music lover. That excites you. You're listening to different mixes, different songs that you might not have heard, or just, again, someone's hard work through an unreleased track. And to be able to do that was just, for me, just a highlight, really, the last few months of it, the last year of it, because the amount of people you meet, and it's one of those things where maybe it'll be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe one of them might reach out and say, hey, I just got booked for an EDC stage, or I'm playing in Vegas now. Thank you. And that for me would be
kind
of
of crazy though. Kind of like basically analogize that to like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like one event that you change or did not do caused a spread of outcomes that happened, and you taking the opportunity to do that, networking with all these people.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I'd love
it's kind of crazy to put that in perspective.
Yeah. I'd love and that's why I'm like, I wish I could get like a glimpse 5 years down the line.
We all wish that.
And maybe like half of the lotto numbers are included in that. But like this would be one of those where I'd like to see who continue to run with it and really made it something out of it. Because I think that's how life usually is, right? You either do something with it or you don't. And
for sure.
Those that do will put, or at least attempt to put 110% in to really get to the other side of it. So we'll see. Right. Yeah, we'll see. But it's been good. It's been good
until
recently.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't comment too much of it. Again, it was an opportunity we were blessed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But life happens, and sometimes you got to go different paths. Yeah. And I look at even for myself, that was yesterday. Tomorrow could present something new. Right. But for as far as like the gigs go, I have one coming up. I don't think I tell you about this one.
You did tell me. You tell them about it.
You guys watch Premier League soccer?
No.
So
I was trying to explain it to them. I don't know what it is, but it's like some
United
soccer
is in the Premier League in England. So think of like the NBA or the NFL.
Or MLS.
Yeah, the MLS. Compared to that. Amazing MLS.
You got Messi,
the Miami Messis. So they're doing a gig out here. They're bringing the mascots. They're bringing this trophy that the team won earlier this year, the Carabao Cup, and they're going to the Guinness Distillery down in, I think it's the West Loop. I get confused what part. And I'm going to be DJing that. So that's an amazing opportunity again, like a blessing to be able to play that. But
what's the date on it?
The 22nd of this month.
I don't think we'll have it. Yeah. Maybe. I don't think we will, though.
Well,
I was going to say if we do, maybe
we'll see.
Depends on Bryan and I's
job. It depends on how many bleeps you got to do, how many shout-outs. And if we don't get that cease and desist letter, But yeah, so it is one of those gigs where, again, like, I call these side quests that I like to go on.
I love side quests.
That 10, 15 years from now, I could talk to you about my son, or, he'll look back through photos like, damn, my dad, he was kind of cool back then.
He's
like that's
cool.
He's kind of cool.
He's
back
still
then.
cool.
Yeah.
Is he?
Question mark? At that point in time, would I 15 years, 45? I might be a little cool at that point. I think it depends on how his high school or junior years go. If he's a menace in junior high, I might become a little bit strict. We'll see. He'll be good, I think. But yeah, so I got that gig coming up, and that'll be exciting.
Oh, 100%. Is it both you or just you?
It's just me.
Okay.
Yeah,
solo
it's
into
just
this
solo
trip.
Yeah, solo side quest.
Solo side quest.
It's I don't know. It's still obviously it'll hit differently once I'm there, and I'm actually doing it.
Yeah.
But to be doing something that you're a big fan of, your sports team, right?
What's like like a two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
You like the music aspect and the club aspect all in one?
All in one. And you're like, this is awesome. You know, and again, it's like that side quest. It's a story to tell. And, you know, maybe on your guys' 1,000 episode, I'll come back and we'll tell
we have to reach 100 first.
I think a little too far.
Or maybe it might be 45 by the time we reach 1,000.
They did it. We're still having to deal with the sponsors at the end and the tally count.
He's like, oh, I remember in episode 37, Marco, you were talking about this. We have you on.
We're still battling them in court right now.
I said that? Yeah. Red Bull was not okay with that? But no, it was so we'll see how it turns out, but it's like you said, two birds, one stone. It's pretty dope.
That's really
and I'm blessed to have an opportunity like that pop up. So
especially someone from like Europe, like they're not over in the States side too often. So bar and few opportunities. They
did last year. All the premier teams, they had like mascots of some capacity here. They do this thing called I think it's literally called Premier League in America or something like that. And
super creative.
So it was a whole thing that they had set up, like a fan thing over the weekend, and Saturday and Sunday you got to see some games, and it was nice because I got to meet a lot of other Newcastle United fans. And you know, it's like any other sports. Like here, if you're a Bears fan, you could see them everywhere, but like myself, I'm a Jaguars fan. I don't know anybody else in Chicago that's a Jaguars fan, so I'm not going to watch those games with anybody else.
Yeah.
But then you meet folks that you're like, oh, we have the same interests. Now you're being able to meet up, go watch a game, or even text about the game.
Right.
Like as if we're the coach now, you know, I would have subbed him out at 15 minutes. But so it's unique and it was a good time. But yeah, the purpose is they're coming out and be great to get some new fans out of it too for the club. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course.
It's weird. I think this is an old guy thing, but you look at brands.
What does that mean?
So
what does an old guy mean? Is that us?
Maybe it's just me at this point. Maybe it's me, but I look at things and I go, do my values align with this? And this is like, for example, like the fan base. Where I'm like, all right, they're hardworking. You know, they
grind.
They love the grind, and they're you know, they might not be winning all the time, but damn, they push through it. And
but
when
also,
they do,
I think with any sports team, it's like a blueprint of the city too.
Yeah,
because sometimes it's like work, like especially like the Midwest. A lot of them are like grind, like 9 to 5, hardworking type of people, like Detroit, Chicago, Pittsburgh, those kind of like grinded
we
out.
won't mention Green Bay.
I purposely skipped them for that reason.
Yeah. They don't count.
They're just cheesing around.
Yeah.
That's a dad joke. Yeah, it's a dad joke.
And soundboard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've probably added that in.
No, yeah, you're not wrong. Like it's pretty spot on. It's but it is a good. I don't know. I look for those things in a lot of the brands and a lot of, you know, even shit that I buy. And I'm like, that's a bloop right there. That I'll buy. I'm like,
S words are fine. F words are different story.
That's what was it. The FCC. FCC, right?
Who?
That they're the ones that fine you.
I think so.
Is it FCC?
Oh, yeah.
Not to be confused with the SEC for college football fans out there.
True.
So how did it work with DJing when it was a duo? Because usually when I think of a DJ, it's just one guy, the whole club, you know.
Good question.
You take turns on the
I mean, I
disc
think
jockeys.
it's one of those like unofficially. It just kind of comes down to you and your bro Chacho, your brother in that. You know, where you're like, all right, let's sub out. But there'd be times like just Ryan's on fire, and I'm not gonna stop that. Like if you got we'll call it, if you got the crowd just dancing, they're in the pulse of your hand, you're not gonna mess that up.
So you got it.
Yeah, you're heating up at that point. You could be 5, 6, 7 songs in and still keep them grooving. I'm not messing with that groove, but I think we'll usually do like 3 songs, then we trade off or go, you know, we've done even back to back. I'll put one song, he puts the other song just to kind of test each other of like, all right, how good do we know each other as well in terms of like, he likes this because this sounds good. I got something better and he's got something better.
Just keep building off each other.
That's pretty cool.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I like, you know, doing that because before I was doing no requests, I was doing this thing called bread and butter, with Oscar. Have you met Oscar? Yeah, with Oscar.
Another shout out.
But he moved.
He's always be taking notes.
He moved to Minnesota. He left me to be a Viking in Minnesota. I know.
He beat him today, though, at the time of recording.
Good. Screw you, Oscar. Just kidding. I love you, man. No, we used to do this thing, bread and butter. Similar kind of story. He was already DJing, doing his thing. We went to this music festival in Detroit. It's called Movement. Just house techno. They even had Wu-Tang Clan, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing. Yeah. I was geeked about that. May or may not have been under the influence for that. But it was cool. It was Wu-Tang. I was a Wu-Tang Clan. Anyways, so we're coming back from Detroit, and I think a lot of folks that go to those music festivals, as always, they come back inspired. Let's do this. Let's do that.
I'm gonna do this now.
Yeah, we got to. Let's go do
more of this. You have to be in the right mindset, inspirationally so.
And we're on the way back, and it was one of those like, well, let's just try it. You know, we'll do a couple like SoundCloud mixes or whatever, Mixcloud. And we had some fun with it, but then we got caught up in our rat race. I got caught up with work. At the time, I think I was either about to get promoted at Cheesecake Factory or it might have been.
Yeah, it was way back then.
Yeah.
You're in Cheesecake Factory.
Jeez. 19, 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, because I was promoted young. Too young, if I'm being honest.
It's either too young or too old. There's no middle.
There's no perfect age. I think I was 21 going on 22. Or 20 going on 21. and again, had no business being promoted as young as I was. But so I was like, I'm going to focus on what's paying my bills. I'm going to focus on what's going to try to set me up career-wise, and obviously no regrets. I don't, looking back, I think I made the right move focusing on the career at the time. Because I didn't go to college. So I knew, all right, I don't have anything to fall back on. Either work myself up somewhere, or I really got to figure out what I'm going to go to school for. And it's tough at 18, 19 to find out what you want to be good at or do for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty big ask.
But some people still don't feel like they've figured it out in late age of like 30, 40, 50. It's like, oh, is this really what I want to do? And especially the framing of like your life, you know, it's a tall ask to do because that's 20 to 40, 50, 60 years of your life.
I'm finding out through my trial and errors of life that you will never figure it out. And that's not a bad thing. I think that's a good thing because it keeps you excited, keeps you motivated, keeps you driven to find something that you do like to do. And you're always going to find something that you like to do, then you love it, and then you're going to find something that comes from that too. So I think that it might be a good thing depending on who you talk to. But at 18, I feel like that's just such a big ask of.
No, it's fair.
Especially with getting yourself into loans. And I was like, I don't have the money for that.
Yeah.
I know people that have been in college for like the past decade, just like trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
And they like switch majors and stuff like that.
Yeah. They'll do like 3 years at community college.
And then
switch, do another 2 or 3 years, switch. And last time I heard they're still in community college. And at least it's not university, but it's just like, it's still not cheap.
And time. The most important thing we all have is people living is time. So wasting, I guess I won't call it wasting, but not being effective.
Having the most efficient.
Efficient on ways to use your time.
It sounds like you're like job hopping at that point, but in college, obviously.
You're getting no return.
You're paid
career hopping, but you lose money.
You're major hopping.
It's like 50 grand, and you still don't know what to do.
It's tough.
You're better off just working and just thinking about it, and I don't know, shadowing people if you can.
Yeah,
shadowing would be great. Yeah.
I wish there was more of that opportunity. Like Downers Grove South had that. I know what you're talking about.
Like a mentorship.
They went to
what is it called?
Like skill trade school in like the morning or something like that. There was a bus that took them. I don't remember where.
Oh,
you know what you're talking
about? I
don't know
what it's called either.
I don't know what it's called either.
But that's nice. You're able to see. All right, I like it. I don't like it. I can try something new next year. I don't think I didn't see any. I was dumb for this, but I didn't see value at that time because I was like, ugh. I was like, extra work. I was like, I'm not trying to do extra homework. Yeah, but it's still nice to know that schools can offer that.
Let alone now, a lot of schools are having those, like say mechanic. I know. Since we're dropping a lot of things, a lot of Nico and Naperville had like a mechanics class. So like you could want to be a mechanic. Yeah. You could have a class dedicated or like wood shop. I don't know if they have a wood shop, but like I know Ned's Declassified had like the wood shop class. So stuff like that. Maybe that's something you're interested in. So
we just have Timmy Tutu. Pop, what is his name? You know what I'm talking about?
It goes Tutu.
Yeah, Tutu. Just crop dusting everybody. Just Tutu. What a savage! What a menace!
What a character!
I remember they made him going on this. They had to like put gas in a lawnmower or whatever, and they made him. He's just like, dude, he's like, I couldn't do it anymore. You couldn't do it anymore.
I remember that.
I was just like,
I gotta
what a throwback.
Watch that part. Yeah, just walk toot. Yeah. God, it had some characters on that show, man.
Yeah. Coconut Head.
The dude with the basketball. I don't remember his name either. I just remember one episode.
There's Susie Crabgrass over there. Guy always in that trying to go for.
God, was it Cookie?
Cookie,
yeah.
Cookie was at the show. Yeah,
it's like the nerd guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that show.
Bois.
Yeah.
Instead of Jennifer.
They don't make. I don't know. I mean, I'm not watching what's on Nick or Disney anymore, but they don't make TV like that anymore.
No,
because people are soft now. They have to censor so many things because they have to.
I mean. All right, let's use Tutu as an example.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's funny.
Yeah, it's just a dumb character. It's a joke.
Like I don't know.
It's comedic relief, basically. Yeah. When he's there, it's for a joke.
Goofy kid.
But yeah, I mean, Disney Channel. I was just saying this last week. Disney Channel doesn't make those movies like that anymore.
Oh, like they had original movies.
Town. Yeah. What else was an original movie? Under Wraps. Up and Away. Did you guys ever watch that one?
No.
It's like a superhero family. You guys another subscription.
You go with like
Channel.
more recognizable ones like High School Musical, still original Disney film. Lizzie McGuire movie.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. It's hard to like name.
It was good. Did I ever tell you my Corbin Blue story?
You met him?
No, so
I was kind of like that's sick.
So, another side quest of mine. I think it was the week. 2 weeks before Noah was born, I signed up for this show.
There's a lot of things going on around your son's
I don't know what it was. I was like, I don't know what it was. I was like, let's just get as much as possible
before Noah.
Just like side quested
out. Like, just write it down. No, it's like 2 weeks, a couple weeks before he was born. There's a show called 25 Words or Less.
Okay.
The host is Meredith Vieira, who is the original host from I think it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire TV show. And I got hooked on this show. Betsy was big on it. Her mom was big on it. And I was like, this is actually pretty cool. It's kind of like charades, but with words. And you just got to guess them.
Okay.
And literally 25 words or less. So you could be like, oh, I could do it in 16 words after you're giving your list.
Yeah.
Jesse would be like, screw that. I'm doing it in 15. So he gets to do it in under 15. And then you give context clues.
So you know the prompt of it before you have to explain it to the person? Or you don't, or you just assume like you could do it in less words without knowing the prompt?
So you get the prompt and then you...
So I guess like explain a cat jumping.
Yeah. Or a character. You could have like Tom Cruise. And you'd be like, oh, Top Gun. Oh, I got it. But Top Gun counts as two words.
Right. Okay.
So now you have 13 to finish your list. So I was hooked on it.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I was hooked on it.
I thought it was like you're trying to explain one prompt based on like, I could do it in 10. But you have 25 words and you have to use as much prompts as you can in those 25 words.
I think it was 25 words. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. But you start with 25. So you could be like, I can do this in 23.
Cruise is 2, so that's 23 till the next prompt then?
Well, for example, like, all right, you get your prompt. You get your prompt, right?
Explain it to them too.
So chat, listen. So this is the hard cam, right?
Okay.
So chat, listen. So you get like a list of 10 words, right? And let's just say Coke Zero's on it, Red Bull's on it, Jack Daniels, Grand Theft Auto, Tom Cruise is on it. And now you go, okay, Marco's your partner, Brian's your partner. You're like, all right, I can get this list, and Bryan can understand the context clues around it in 16 words. So you have 16 words now to give him context clues. What is a Coke Zero? What is a Red Bull? What is GTA? You're like, I could do that in 10. So then you start going down the list.
Like total, or is it like
just 10 total at that point?
Okay.
If like he was the bid, he wins the bid, right? Okay. So now he only has 10 words. So if he's like, all right, soft drink, that's 2. Now he only has 8 words to finish the rest of the list.
Okay.
Oh.
So
that sounds hard, actually.
Yeah, super hard. It's intense. But I got hooked on it. So they were having this, like, I don't know what. I think I saw it.
It's not time too, right? It's just words. Because like say like you have to like, come up with the
10
words.
Seconds.
And like
it is timed.
Okay,
yeah,
wow.
It
so
is
it's
really difficult actually.
Yeah. And well, so it's like, timed in the last half, and then the first round or so, it's just the words that you're going through. Mm-hmm. You got to beat the timer, but it keeps shortening down. Mm. But so, yes, I think either I saw the ad through the show or through the website. I can't remember what it was, but it had this like super fan contest. And I was like, screw it. I'm signing up, to be on there because you get a chance to win $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. If your team wins. Mm. So I'm like, well, what are the odds that I'm actually going to get hit up? Well, the day that Noah's about to be born, I get an email saying we want to have your Zoom interview to be on the show tomorrow. And I was like, dude, like my son could be born tonight or he could be born tomorrow. And I was telling Betsy, like, what do you think? And she's like, really? I was like, sorry. Yeah. And so I don't do the Zoom interview. I just let that opportunity go. It just whatever.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Monday, I get sent an email from the show's producer saying, these are the dates or the slots that you could be part of the show. Pick your slot. Mind you, I didn't do a Zoom interview. I just got the email. So I was like,
maybe they were desperate.
Nobody showed up.
They were desperate, and I'll get to why. So I was like, all right, I'll pick like this slot. It was like 2 weeks out, whatever. I get a text message. I think it was the day of that they were saying, hey, our super fan for the day, this from the producer, super fan from the day was like, they're unresponsive or they can't do the show. We tape in a few hours. Can you do it?
That sounds such a sad.
I was like, oh man, do I? I think I went back and forth, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I did it. So I'm like, all right, yeah, what we get signed, whatever. They have you sign some NDA stuff. You can't say anything until the show airs, whatever.
Right.
So the show is already aired.
The show's already aired. Meredith, thank you again. Shared.
He's like, I said that.
Let's just delete all of that.
Don't put this episode out yet. Just wait a year. No, it aired October of last year, November last year.
Yeah.
But
that's a great question.
So they have that, and I had no idea who the celebrities were, and I don't remember the other one, but I damn sure remember Corbin Blue. Because Corbin Blue was the guy that was on my team. So him and the other 2 people that were on the team were gonna compete, and I was gonna take a crack at winning $1,000. And or they give you like a board game. Of the show, like you get a free.
I gotta take $1,000.
$20 board game.
Can you sell it for $1,000?
Yeah. How much is the board game?
This is an officially licensed board game.
It's limited edition.
Signed by Corbin Blue. Get your head in the game.
There you go.
So at this point though, I find out now that it is Corbin Blue that's going to be my celebrity guy, and I'm sitting there, I'm scheming. I was like, what am I going to say? Because there's a portion of it where you're on the TV and you get like 5 seconds to say something. I'm like, what can I say to Corbin Blue? It's going to be funny. And I was like, initially, I was like, get your head in the game. Because, High School Musical.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about the one where he's like jumping rope.
Oh, I watched it.
Jumping.
But I was like, damn. I was like, what's a good like joke that goes along with it? Couldn't come up with anything. So I was
should
like,
ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
What do I say to Corbin Blue?
Screw it. Get your head in the game. But anyway, so there was
how do you receive it? Did you laugh at it? Or
there's additional context that gets sauce. So I guess Corbin and the 2 people that were on that team were like, they were all in theater. So I was like, break a leg. corny. But it works, yeah. So,
lip off.
So finally they have you go through the show, whatever. My team's moving along, and they have that round now where they can win 10,000 for themselves, 1,000 for me. And I was like, we got to win this thing. And I tell them, go break a leg. They loved it. They ate it up. I thought it was pretty funny. And I was like, what a cornball, And they ended up winning. They won the thing.
Hey, there you go.
I was super stoked because I was like, holy shit. Like, I just won $1,000 for doing nothing. I just sat there. They probably aired me on there for like 30 seconds altogether. Just to celebrate at the end and whatever.
They bring you on stage.
Yeah,
they did this.
So it was through Zoom, unfortunately. I wish it was in person, but it was nice because there was like the word birth was in one of the things that you had to guess. So like it tied in with my son being born.
Manifesting all this stuff.
Back to like my son had just been born like 7 days before that, 8 days before that. So it was nice. And Meredith says his name on the show, like, baby Noah, this and that. And it was just the timing of it was awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
And plus diaper money. $1,000. It's not like change. People nowadays are only $1,000. I was like, all right, relax, dude. Like,
that's right.
It's like that's money. That's mortgage money right there, man. Yeah. And so, so we won the $1,000, and check comes in the mail. Whatever.
After taxes.
No taxes.
Wow.
Well, because you pay that
anything.
when you do your taxes, though. Because it's not taxed, but you pay for it at the end of the year when you're filing your tax.
Or do you?
Should be filing your taxes. File your taxes.
There you go.
But yeah, when you file your taxes, unless you don't, then that's when
that's another story for those that don't. We do not condone it, as Bryan said.
Yeah. Frown on you if you don't do your taxes. But no, so we get the cash, and then a few months went by. The episode airs, and I'll send it to you guys.
Ooh, you probably could link it on the bottom too.
Oh yeah,
people. Oh yeah,
that'd be cool. But yeah, it was one of those where it's like, again, another side quest where I was like, this is pretty sweet. You know what I mean? So I'm just. It sounds. I don't know how to word it, but a lot of these side quests are more so to just show my son. As the years go by.
Well, I think that's the best way to go about it. Just do things, and then whatever's that's how I frame it, is like whatever sounds more like extreme and cool and like memorable. Yeah. That's something I want to do instead of something that's more like tame and not as memorable. Yeah. So like doing all those side quests.
He's not gonna remember that I had
you show him the episode.
He's not gonna remember that I had the AT&T Wi-Fi on autopay, but he's gonna remember that Corbin Blue wanted some money.
There you go.
At that point, he's gonna be like, who the hell is Corbin Blue? I'm like, hold on, son.
Let's get your head in the game.
There's a trilogy here, brother. All right, you're about to watch every single one. Yeah. Zac Efron, that guy, pretty good guy. Let's watch this. And but yeah, it's one of those where I'm like, it's gonna be nice when he's old enough and be like, hey, your dad was not that bad. He's kind of a cool guy. This is what he did. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good chunk of things to deal with right after Noah was born. I was like, this is pretty awesome. I was praying he wasn't crying in the background because I was like, oh boy, they're gonna hear him.
Right.
Yeah, but those make for good memories.
Yeah,
years back if he listens back on it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he will. I got to figure out how to. I'm sure that obviously there's ways. Download a YouTube video or whatever. Save it to something.
Right.
I wish we still had those VHS recorders.
Yeah.
Just record that. But darn technology, man.
You sound like a grandpa. Get off my front lawn.
Technology. Well, dude, like I used to do a lot of that recording tapes for wrestling, like pro wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I have Eddie Guerrero's last match.
Oh really?
On VHS tape.
His anniversary just happened.
Yeah. Sad. I cried. I cried.
It's okay.
When he died. I was
It's okay. You cried.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
It's just someone passing away.
I was 10. I was 10. Obviously it's different times now, but there wasn't a lot of Hispanic representation, in sports, especially to the degree that Eddie Guerrero was at. There's obviously now there's the Rey Mysterios of the world and all.
He was there still then.
Yeah, exactly. But at that time, like he was a world champion, and as a first generation Hispanic Mexican, like you're like, yo, like there's things in life that you can achieve,
right?
And that guy's proof of that,
right?
So, man, I bawled when I found out. I was like, I hope it's part of the. I knew wrestling was fake at that point, So I was like, oh, maybe it's part of the
promos and stuff like that, the builds. Or whatever.
I was like, maybe it's just like a storyline, and it wasn't. It was real, and I teared up. I was broken up about it. I even had the little highlights.
Oh, nice.
I had little highlights when I was young because of Eddie Guerrero.
The tips and stuff like that.
The frosted tips. Yeah. But yeah, it was
I thought we were gonna say like a single tear like dropped down because you had your hand up here.
Yeah, I did. I definitely celebrity wise or whatever you want to call it.
He's a good role model, I guess. For you, right?
He was great. He's great in that.
I mean, in terms of his character, there's the heel and the face,
well,
but he's more of a heel.
Yeah, when you remove the heel and the face work, and folks that watch it might not know what that means. So heel's bad, face is good,
or the villains and heroes.
Yeah. Eddie was a heel for most of his career, but he's great at it. Yeah, he's just great at it.
Because his like theme song was, for y'all out there that don't know, I was like, I lie, I cheat, and I steal. It was so iconic. Always came in like the lowriders.
Yeah, that's cool. If I buy a lowrider, it's because of Eddie Guerrero. That's still
inspiring him to this day.
The Latino heat, man. But my big thing that got me hooked on him was the representation of this larger than life character that can show, hey, you speak Spanish, that's your first language, you can make something happen. And I was like, that's big. And at that time, 2005, there wasn't a lot of that, up until the last, 10 years maybe? You start to see it blend more into mainstream. Bad Bunny's about to do the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so that
20, 30 years ago, if you told an Hispanic saying, hey, a Puerto Rican, Spanish-speaking artist is going to perform the Super Bowl, to be like, you're nuts. That's not going to happen. This is America's, new pastime, if you will. But it is, and it's one of those things where like it makes you feel proud of your roots and your culture. And but he definitely he was a big impact on that. But have you guys ever cried on a celebrity pass, or is it just me? Well, you're not. Michael Jackson dies, and you guys didn't shed a tear.
I didn't cry.
I didn't cry.
I remember where I was at when I learned out.
Where were you at?
I was at shout out. I guess we're doing a shout out still. Cypress Cove and Woodridge. I was at the water park out there.
Cypress Cove.
Oh my
out in Woodridge, I was out there. I was just like,
he's feeling. I'm not crying. I'm just wet.
I got some chlorine in my eye.
This is perfect timing for Jason. Like, Michael Jackson
Your eyes are red.
Dives into the pool.
Oh man, that was a long swim. That was a long.
Your eyes are red from crying. So you're just like, I'm just high, man.
Just high.
It's the chlorine.
I'm 10 years old.
Chlorine got you.
So you're in Cyprus, you're swimming, and then what? How does that play out?
I was just like, oh, okay.
He's gone.
So none of you guys, not one. Eddie Guerrero for me. I don't know who
I have
else.
fictional characters where I cry too, but I have not had a real life person that impacts me in that way.
I don't know.
Because also, like, when I watch fiction and there's like story, I mean, I guess
just
like, especially WWE, there is storytelling to that as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But then you could look at like actors and actresses or musician, their work. So I mean, I guess there's truths to that as well. And inspiration.
Do you have someone you're like, I might shed a tear for this person? You've never met?
I've never. Oh, I never. Yeah, well, celebrity.
Celebrity or an athlete. Are those the same categories? I don't know. Let's just.
I guess so.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, just a famed figure, I guess. Yeah. So in my head, I can't think of any.
Samuel L. Jackson.
For you?
Really?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's Yourself?
They haven't died yet.
What are we saying? Like hypothetical?
I don't think I'd cry for anybody.
Really?
I'm not a crier.
Oh man.
Generally.
Neither am I. But I cried for Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. It's you don't know until it happens.
Yeah.
Right. So. But it's also like the significance they have too.
Yeah, so. Impact in my head. Plus, I was 10. Guys, cut me some slack here. I was 10.
Yeah, I said it was okay, man.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch the next day. You know, is it hot lunch or am I going to cold lunch for the day? I don't know yet. Yeah.
He's not like a well-known celebrity to normal people, but Also, the creator of Smash Bros, Sakurai.
Okay.
He makes he has a whole YouTube channel too.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just tell that man loves video games.
Yeah. He's passionate about it and stuff like that.
So that would actually get to me something happened to him.
Yeah. There was what creator passed away? Was it not the Pokemon? Was it Dragon Ball Z? Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh wow.
Then there's Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You familiar with Berserk?
No.
Oh, well, he passed away too.
Okay.
And was there?
Did they all die this year?
No, there's last year, 2 years ago.
I think 2 years.
I think it was 2 years.
That's I never really got into the Dragon Ball Z era. One, I couldn't afford the cards. Two, we didn't have.
There was cards for Dragon Ball?
Yeah, they had collectible
card
trading
games,
cards.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did
I
not
don't
know
think
they
it was
had
that
cards.
popular.
It wasn't that popular?
No.
Well,
it's nothing compared to like Pokemon.
Pokemon's no. I had the fake
Pokemon for
Yu-Gi-Oh
sure.
cards.
Oh yeah, the ones
buy
you
at the
get.
flea market.
Oh yeah, I had those too.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus, my
Or
mom.
the ones you put like a quarter in and you get them
Yeah,
and you can
yeah.
tell they're
I remember those.
It's like I got the Egyptian God cards, but they're stickers or
Yeah,
whatever.
I remember
But Dragon Ball Z had a big impact on Hispanic children.
Yeah,
and in
I've heard.
Mexico, like it's again, it's one of those like from what I know, you don't give up, you keep pushing, and you work hard, and
It's kind of a lot of tropes and a lot
It's
of
a
very
those
anime thing.
Yeah.
So like Naruto's like that.
Oh,
One Piece is still like that because
Yeah.
it's still going
on. Yeah.
Just keep like working on your dreams, And Naruto's like never give up type stuff. So
That's like the positive masculinity.
Naruto is.
Yeah. Well, just I don't know, anime in general.
Yeah.
Shonen anime.
Kinda
Just
shonen, battle
keep
shonen.
grinding, just keep pushing.
right.
You might win.
Until you win.
Yeah.
Not,
Just keep
not-
going.
Not when you might win, until you
Until
win.
you win.
Yeah.
I like that. Until you win, keep pushing. Even when you do win, you gotta
Keep
find
pushing
keep
more. You gotta
pushing more.
Keep going higher,
That's like some David Goggins stuff right there.
I've been watching a lot of his stuff, dude.
He's got some good stuff.
Oh,
He's a
Yeah.
freaking psycho, though.
Yeah.
That guy is crazy. He like did like a 24-hour like run all by himself, bro.
Jesus.
And I think there was one. I
That's
don't know if it
nuts.
was him or someone else, but he was saying that it was supposed to be run in teams,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but he was by himself. I'm like, that's
He's like, I am the
crazy.
team.
Yeah.
That's a bad dude. That's
he's
a dude
crazy.
that's got. I kudos to ethic he's got.
Do you see like how he started out though? He was
Yeah.
like a 300-pound guy.
Oh wow.
And he tried to be in the Marines, and then the Marine, I don't know what they're called. It's like the Marine hiring officer or whatever.
Yeah.
Was like,
the
recruiter. The recruiter,
Yeah,
that's
recruiting
probably a
officer
better
or whatever.
word. He's like, you got to lose like 106 pounds in like a month and a half, and he did it.
Jesus,
I'm just like, that's insane.
month and a half.
Yeah.
That's
That's
nuts.
crazy.
It's crazy.
That's got to be unhealthy. That's a UFC.
That's water
That's a
weight,
UFC level weight cut
Mhm.
right there. Yeah, but that
Is that
dude's
possible?
intense.
Like 100 pounds in, what, you said 3 months or
no, a month and a
A
half.
month and a
month and a
half.
half?
I don't think that's healthy.
It's not.
I don't
Even
think
if
it
it's
sounds
water
healthy.
weight. I mean, how much of it could be water weight?
I don't think
I
it's
think it's that
possible.
much.
Yeah.
It's,
No, I'm pretty sure I was watching him. He said it himself.
that's like
though.
3 pounds a day.
This is
crazy.
what, this
It's
is
like
the point.
9,000 calories that
You
you,
need
have
to
to
get
like burn
yourself
off
a
every
Jamie,
day.
like Joe
Jesus.
Rogan does, and they can fact check us on this.
Well, we
Do
had
you
the
just
person
drink
behind the
water
camera,
and
and
that's
then I
all?
used to fact check us, but now
Yeah.
my phone is over there, so I can't fact check us.
Is that right over there? Is
Oh,
that?
no.
Is that? There's
Chad,
no,
can you?
there's no one back there, guys. We don't tell him that. We just. This is the episode where I go schizo now. Hey, you're right. He's right, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was he talking to?
Yeah. Well,
Us over here.
if guys, he's not all there, right?
Yeah.
He just lives in his mind. He kept looking
Usually his touching.
What do you think, brother? What do you think? Yeah.
There's no one there.
Yeah. What do you think, brother? Me too. That just sounds like a macho man at that point.
Or Hulk Hogan.
God, that's terrible. I was a bigger Macho Man guy than Hulk Hogan.
Macho Man, he actually bringing that up. He went to North, down to North.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
Yeah,
It's actually
that's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. He played baseball.
I didn't know that.
Played baseball for I think the Reds.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a pitcher, I believe. Yeah, and then I don't know. I think probably his arm gave out or something,
And he
and
became a wrestler.
yeah, iconic.
Iconic wrestler, yes.
I had never got into the Hulk Hogan. I couldn't buy into it.
I didn't get much into it.
Yeah, I couldn't buy into it. Now The Rock, it's got some good stuff.
I like the Final Boss.
Yeah, it's got
That
some
was
good
probably his
stuff.
best work.
Really?
in
You
my
think
opinion.
so?
Yeah.
Huh. Mixed feelings on it.
Not the most recent stuff, but like the WrestleMania 40 build.
Okay.
final boss. Not the one where John Cena turned heel final boss.
Yeah, they I can't believe that.
That was really bad.
WWE. If you ever watch this
and these
video,
guys just like
John Cena won.
John Cena's been a lifelong good guy.
Yeah. They made him bad.
They made him bad for the final year he's retiring.
Yeah.
This is like 10 years overdue, where folks were like, do the character change.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. They didn't pull the trigger back then when they would have probably, honestly, taken wrestling to mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do it. Whatever. As a fan, you're like, we understand it. He was selling merch to kids.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, I mean, the guy himself is just all those Make-A-Wish and
he's larger than life.
Seems
for
like
sure.
seems like a genuine human being. I think I'll cry him. It's a figment of my imagination.
He's always a ghost.
Tell him, man. Tell him.
He's actually sitting with us right now on the couch. You want to see him?
Yeah, I always play as John Cena on Fortnite. You know how Fortnite's got
he's in there.
They got all those like crossovers now. Yeah, they have. They're doing the Simpsons right now.
I saw that they're doing the
Loved
Simpsons.
it. Nothing like getting pieced up where Homer Simpson lays in and goes to sleep. Yeah, it's the worst. But yeah, no, that'll probably be one that I'll be impacted by.
John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena.
That's fair. Huge character. Did a lot of good work to the community.
Yeah.
And then now he's like transitioning in a sense to like acting, which he's been in already, but I feel like he's going to be more prominent in that.
Do you enjoy his work as an actor?
Do you think he does?
No, do you enjoy his work? Like, have you guys seen any of the stuff he's in?
I only watched Suicide Squad. I haven't watched the
Peacemaker yet.
Stuff yet.
There's a couple of those guys that nailed it. I think Batista's really good.
I like Drax.
I think he's better than The Rock as an actor.
Yeah, I could see
my
that.
opinion.
I could see that too.
Maybe
it's a hot take.
I think The Rock just acts like himself, and
he's just the trope of like the big strong guy.
Yeah, easy.
Like his Hobbs is it Shaw? No, it's Hobbs because Shaw is the Jason Statham. The Fast series.
Fast Furious, yeah. But
he's always like that, and then it's like the dynamic of Kevin Hart and The Rock when they do Jumanji and stuff like that.
I'm a big fan of those movies that they do.
It's always the same trope.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart's the short, like comedic guy that gets shafted in the movie, and then Rock is the big, intimidating strength guy.
Yeah. They did a couple of those.
I forgot. No, because I think it was Right Along was with Ice Cube, right?
That was Ice Cube and Kevin
Hart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I forgot Ice Cube's done some work.
Yeah, because I remember, Are We There Yet? He was in that.
I remember that. I remember those.
Is Raven Simone? She's in that?
I don't think so.
She's in one of those movies.
I watched the first one.
There's only two, right?
There's only two, though. Yeah.
Huh.
The first one, the most iconic scene from it. What is this called?
The Mandela effect, or what is it?
Mandela effects. Where it's like Luke, I am your father. It's that line never happened in Star Wars.
That's crazy.
So it's just we misremember a moment. Yeah.
Isn't it just I am your father?
I am your father.
I am your father.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's literally.
Well, it's like the Shazam and it's Shazam and Kazam. Have you guys heard about that one?
No, I've not. I know Shazam's
Sinbad. It's actually Sinbad, but people thought it was Shaq. That was the actor in one of those movies back in the 90s. Sinbad, yeah. You know who Sinbad is?
No, I don't.
He's big in the 90s. I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. We're not.
We'll put a picture of him here right now.
Yeah. No idea what you're talking about.
That's a new segment. When you don't know what we're talking about, it's a Sinbad. Just Sinbad pops up on the screen. Yeah.
Sinbad's everyone. We are all Sinbad.
Yeah, that's another one of those where you think that, but it's interesting. Are you sure it's not Raven? I feel like it was Raven in that, but I guess
I don't
it's
remember.
Not. I don't think so. But I think the one part I remember from have you guys watched it all? But it was in the trailers too. It was like I don't know if he was like the stepson or the son of Ice Cube's character.
Yeah.
Had to go to the bathroom really bad. So like they pulled over to a gas station. But he pulled his pants down before he was in the bathroom. He was like peeing in the sink on the walls and stuff like that.
Yeah. What movie is this?
Are we there yet?
No, I've never seen it. No.
It was that's the only thing I remember from that. Like
I feel like the last anything from like 2005 to 2012 movie wise, couldn't tell you. Unless it's like Fast and Furious. I freaking love those movies.
Okay.
Harry Potter. Love those movies too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you watched the Beast one? What is it called?
No.
Fantastic Beast.
No,
okay.
I've not. I think it's Dumbledore.
I haven't watched any of them.
Yeah,
I've
not.
I think 2 of them.
I heard Johnny Depp's character is like really freaking good.
Mm.
But then you got all in that heat with that we won't speak on.
Yeah, poor guy. No,
I think it worked out from the end, but it was just like a long, arduous process. But
I'm bigger on like the 80s. You know what I mean? Those generic, like
I haven't watched too much.
Arnold, and they're all just those are the movies I'm like,
do you have a favorite?
Right on. From the 80s?
Yeah.
I think it's Predator, man.
Predator? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's that iconic scene. Arnold's in the jungle. I'm here.
That's a really good.
Yeah, the Predator's just looking at him like, what the fuck? I can't understand him, Come on, do it. Freaking out. I love that movie. It's, I don't know, I mean, Apollo Creed's in it from Rocky.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura, another wrestler, is in it. A couple of other actors that are like big in the 80s, they were in it too, but that's one for sure. I can watch that on repeat. The whole series, like the Predator and Aliens series.
Did you watch Badlands? I just came
Not
out.
yet.
I heard it's really good.
I heard it's good though. Yeah.
I seen like a decent score on it,
Okay.
but I don't know what like critics compared to just regular audience reviews.
I don't pay attention to what the critics will say. If I like it, I like it.
Yeah, I
and
try
I'll
to
watch
either.
it. Yeah. Because I feel like some of those movies they get it wrong, and then 20 years later they're like, "Well, it's a cult
Classic.
This is actually a
now.
masterpiece.
Yeah, this is actually really good."
But there's instances where the critics have different opinions from the
Yeah.
general audience too.
Yeah.
There's like movies like that, which is kind of crazy, but sometimes it resonates more with the audience than
Yeah.
the critics.
It's like, for me, it's like music. You like what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to judge it? If you like country, you like country. If you like, hip hop, R&B, whatever the genre is, that's your taste. You got a different taste than I do.
Right.
That's
with anything in life.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's
Well, some people get all butthurt of trying to convince people.
What
to
do you mean you don't like this thing?
Convince people
this is
to
my
like
favorite
what they
thing
like.
ever.
Yeah.
I like. For me, debates are good when you're trying to either get a better understanding of something, but also know that you can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And that you're okay knowing that you're not going to change their stance, or your stance will not get changed, but at least you're able to have that conversation.
Yeah, and come to like a middle ground.
And be able to listen to that kind of thing. Sometimes you might be like, "Well, damn, I thought I was unhinged," but you know what I mean? And you're like, "Oh, I'm this passionate about Coke Zero, and this person really likes Diet Coke." Whatever it looks, yeah. That's another shout out for Coke Zero. But I mean, I'll enjoy those kind of debates, I guess, when you're just trying to get a better understanding, and you might learn some stuff too.
I think that's
if you're open enough to it, you learn some stuff. Might change your bias, might change their bias. You just never know until.
Or it's more accepting of it if you don't have to agree on it, but or a more understanding place of.
Yeah, life's too short to be that worked up over a topic, and then
it's facts.
If you jeopardize a friendship or a relationship over something that could be minor to that moment in time, why do that? Everyone's got the different opinions. Take that approach to it. But that's my stance on that. But what were we talking about before?
80s movies.
80s movies.
Sucker for those.
Wait, so how do you know which movies to watch if you're not looking at ratings? Are you just going with like word of mouth and maybe like your friends recommend
Word
Or
of
the
mouth.
title sounds cool.
Yeah, the title.
Yeah,
Or
do you
the
watch trailers?
Trailers. I watch
Okay.
trailers. Big on that.
But they can deceive. That's like
That's
like
true.
biggest
Oh
thing.
my
Yeah.
god! Tell me about it. I just watched. No shade of them. It was one of the.
But all the shades of
All
them.
the
You
shades
see
of
when they
them.
say
It was what's the awards for the best movies?
Oscars?
Is it the Oscars or is it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I get them mixed up all the time.
So
the
it's that
Grammys,
one. I
think it's
Oscars.
Oscars.
It's Oscars.
Oscars.
So-
What's Golden Globes? Because I don't.
Is
Is
that
that TV?
Is that music?
Chat, you got to tell
Chat,
us.
what is
Yeah.
You got to tell
No,
us.
Grammys are for music.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's
Okay, I have
music.
no idea.
Grammys
See,
are
as I said,
music.
I get them all mixed up, so I have no idea.
I don't know what Golden Globes
Let alone
for.
I don't watch them. So
Basketball.
Best basketball player. Basketball
The
movies
Golden
only.
Globe, yeah.
LeBron.
The Harlem Globetrotters. No, so I got the
goats,
list.
bro.
I was watching that award ceremony, and I saw a list of the best films they were putting on there, and it was like I remember Nora, or Dora, one of the two.
Dora the Explorer.
That movie goes
Live action.
Live action.
I think that
It's like anime.
She's shaking someone down. Do you know where this is?
How do you say this?
Yeah. How do you say it? Yeah.
Boots has a
is
machine gun.
aggressive, Yeah. He's on roids.
Swiper.
Yeah. No, so I was looking at that list and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to try to, Betsy and I went down the movies and we got to the one with, is one of the Culkin brothers. Not Macaulay, but the other guy. There's
no
like
idea
four
what
of
it
them.
is.
I'm bad with celebrities.
And it's the dude that played Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg. He did like The Social Network and
Oh,
you guys know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. I think.
Point is, so we get to this movie. Trailer looked nice.
Promising.
The reviews were looking good. Everyone's talking dog shit.
What
Horrible.
movie?
For me, I was just like, it didn't click. It just didn't click. You know what I mean? But this movie's like that.
Do you remember which movie it was?
What's that?
Do you remember what the movie was called?
Or just trying to forget
They-
it.
I wiped my brain.
Yeah,
For me, the
sponge it
trailer
from my
didn't
brain.
really match up with what the movie was trying to get. And I dove into it because I was like, I want to have a better understanding of what this movie's about. After diving into that, I'm like, okay, I get it. It just wasn't for me. But it was, if I remember correctly, they're learning to deal with grieving, I think, and they're traveling. And one of them's a successful cousin. The other one hasn't figured out his way through life yet.
Okay.
But it's the type of like bickering that they had gone into that I'm like, I don't like this. It might just be the actors that they picked for it, just not for me. But yeah, it was one of those where I'm like, I don't know. Trailer got me.
Was it a long movie?
I think it was about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. Would I watch it again? No. Would I watch it again? No. But if it's on, I don't know. I might just leave it on, background noise at that point. But yeah, sometimes I'll get drawn by the actors themselves.
Okay.
Like some of those, like Leo DiCaprio's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro's another guy that I'll never turn down a movie from. But again, those dudes they're getting older. Probably not going to make as much movies anymore. So
yeah.
Did you watch Oppenheimer?
loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like it.
No?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What didn't you like about it?
I don't know. I was just bored.
Runtime?
Too slow?
Yeah. It's a long film.
I wasn't
It was like
really.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's long.
I wasn't really like intrigued by the premise by one because like a friend really liked it.
Yeah.
But I like to hear others like perspectives because I don't know. I think most people thought it was a masterpiece, but if you go on like Reddit threads on like reviews, it's always like I loved it or too long, boring.
Pacing.
That's how Reddit is with everything. It'll be like, oh, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Like 2 comments down, this is the best thing ever.
This movie saved my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all right. Yeah, it's one of those films that did take a while.
Yeah.
Betsy didn't like that. She didn't like that film. And I think
What did you like about it?
I enjoyed the soundtrack. I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think his name is Ludwig Göransson. Did the soundtrack for Mandalorian. That's his theme song. The Book of Boba Fett. That's also he worked on Black Panther. And you guys know Childish Gambino?
Yeah.
He did the song Redbone. Produced that song for him. And I just enjoy his work. And nerd fact, whatever you want to call it about me, I like to sometimes listen to some soundtracks. Hans Zimmer is one of those guys.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, Interstellar, so forth and so forth. So I got hooked on that, and I enjoyed that piece. The actor, what's his name, Cillian Murphy or whatever his name,
Something like that.
Yeah.
I enjoy his work. So for me, that was another thing to that. But I think for me, what I enjoyed was the historical context behind like what went into the events that took place in that time period, right? I mean, you could watch a documentary, that's one thing, right? But to see the art of it brought to
the big screen.
not just life, but on a bigger, the big screen, a bigger scale where you go, damn, like that was downplayed maybe if you read about it or wasn't highlighted enough.
Let alone we weren't
Yeah.
of age to know, like,
Yeah.
so like the impact of it was just we learned in history books
Well, it's
or we
crazy.
documentaries, but seeing something.
Yeah. I will
work.
say, like, from some, you know, obviously from sadness sometimes comes some greatness. I love Godzilla. Hiroshima and those events inspired Godzilla.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, oh my God, like that they found something beautiful in a negative space and was able to make something that's so iconic.
Yeah.
And it's something that, you know, the amount of art that you can find on it, the amount of movies you can. I think Godzilla's got like 40 films easily.
Yes, around that.
And they have spin-off after spin-off after spin-off. But yeah, so to answer the original question, I think just that historical context that went into it. And obviously some of the actors in it, you know, Robert Downey Jr.'s in it.
It was pretty stacked. Josh Peck was
Oh, yeah,
he made a cameo like near that.
Did you forget the door?
I completely forgot about that.
But no, it was, it definitely is one of those films. Like Interstellar's another one I think that fits in that category where some folks are like, you lost me. And I'm like, dude.
I like Interstellar.
Matthew McConaughey's got me hooked.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I like those kind of films. Dune, you guys.
I haven't watched it.
Oh my God.
I just know about the popcorn.
Popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
There's not enough suction.
You gotta grease it up. That's the butter.
More butter, please.
More.
No, yeah, for me, that's another one of those films like that. That's an amazing body of work. You know,
Those are also great ones too. There are books that they adapt into movies.
Yeah.
Well, that was an original movie in the 80s.
Oh, they did one.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
9 Day Difference. The one in the 80s. Have you seen the one in the 80s? It's rushed.
Yeah.
It's rushed. Have you read the books?
I've not.
Okay. That's another thing. I love hate film adaptations. Like Shutter Island for me, I loved the work that they did with it when they took it from a book. Great Gatsby is another one of those where I'm like, you guys got it. Like you miss a couple of things, but damn, you got it.
But also you have to consider like cutting out content because of time.
Yeah, of course.
It's a giant book versus like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, Dune's one of those where it's just a lot of...
Dune's a lot of books. And like 7 books.
Yeah.
Is what part 3 is next year or is it 27?
Actually,
I think it might be 27.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the 80s one, rushed. Completely rushed. You miss half of it and it's over before you know it. But I think for that reason, the 80s also was Star Wars, Star Trek, a lot of those trying to compete and have the merch and the toys and all that. And so maybe they were on that wave, I guess, that whole, you know, we just saw it right now with Marvel, DC, right?
MCU.
Yeah.
Every other
Superheroes,
movie,
everything.
So as a kid, you're like, you get bullied for liking superheroes, and now it's marvelous.
Now everyone knows them.
Everyone.
Right.
Oh, you love Spider-Man? Me too. Back then,
No, you made fun of not liking
you don't
them.
like- you don't like
Superheroes.
Spider-Man.
How dare you look? You know, like, what the heck, man? Bullied me when I was wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt.
You don't like Iron Man.
Yeah, right.
This is kind of how it is because we talked about this before, like anime. Just like that was such a like frowned upon thing in like middle school, high school, and now it's
Everyone watches
flipped,
anime. Or a lot of
180.
people.
You get frowned upon by not liking. it.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been on that side of thing. Wrestling for me, I think, was one where like I would get some crap on.
I think it was more acceptable though.
But it was one of those where like, you know, it's fake, whatever. You're not going to take it to heart. But I don't think I've had, except for the Jaguars, I used to get some crap for that. But yeah, it is one of those things where it is interesting how 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you're a geek. You're not cool for liking X, Y, and Z. Now everyone's liking it.
Oh, wow. You like this?
Yeah. Well, I'm seeing that with Formula One right now.
Okay.
Everyone, I see
Well,
a
they
bunch
made
of...
a movie about.
Yeah.
Is it Formula One
I haven't
or is
seen
it?
the movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Is it Forza or Gran
something like
Turismo?
that.
One of the two.
They did Gran Turismo.
Okay, it's Turismo. I
And
get
they
it
just
flipped
did,
all
they just
the time
did
'cause I
a
don't-
F1 movie with Brad Pitt.
Okay.
And I forget the other guy's name. He was in this show called Snowfall on Hulu. Great show. But Yeah, I mean, I see people wearing an F1 shirt. It's like the band joke, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's your favorite song? I don't know who this is.
It's a cool shirt.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt. Like, for example, this is H2O. It's not water. It's a band from New York. It's a hardcore punk rock band. But I'm sure if someone...
I thought it was water.
Yeah,
this guy really likes water.
Yeah, this guy likes... Or the Water Boy. He really loves Water Boy. No, it's a band, punk rock, hardcore, East Coast thing, but it's same thing with like I see a bunch of people wearing F1. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Like I like to be a geek about that stuff. Do I approach them? Do I not? Because then you're I just like the shirt because it's the shirt. You're like, oh darn.
Yeah.
But again, 5 years ago, people would be like, F who? I don't know.
What did I do?
Yeah. And but it's kind of cool because it's starting to become mainstream and hopefully gets more eyes on that product and you start to see the fan base grow. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure 10, 15 years ago, people would be like, oh, you're a nerd if you like that piece or, you know, cars being built and all that. So times change, obviously.
Yeah, it's crazy though to think about for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when we were in middle school, you guys remember when people used to wear like suits to school? You guys remember that trend? No. It was like a brief. It wasn't like suits, but you'd wear like a sweater vest.
I remember the sweater vest.
Yeah, like you wear a sweater vest.
Like
and
for prom,
the fake glasses.
The fake glasses.
That was such a big thing.
Yeah, like that was popular back then. I'm sure now you'd get clowned for wearing that, you know, and you're like, oh, well, it's a trend, I guess.
Yeah. But some things are just like timeless too. So it's just kind of finding the balance. And whatever like you are, like, that's the self-discovery aspect of whatever your interests are. Yeah. It goes back to what you were saying. You have interests and someone else has interests and you might not have to agree on both your interests and just finding that understanding of it all.
Yeah, that's important in everything that you do, really.
Because we're so diverse now, so you have to be more accepting of everything's interests and backgrounds and especially now with all these different genders and stuff like that. It's just like you have to be accepting of whoever and however their upbringing is.
Well, and the different challenges that come with it.
Yeah,
like
100%.
I remember the elementary school I went to Murphy. We didn't have ESL.
Okay.
To the level that it is now. Like Spanish is
but
being taught.
I feel like a lot of it was like that though.
Yeah. But there's a lot of, like, for me, there's a lot of struggle growing up. First generation parents, or before we started rolling, we made the joke of my parents not knowing that you can't play Mortal Kombat because it's rated M.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know, right? They don't understand. Or just get it from me, and then they got it. But there's that struggle of like, well, now you're going to your own, like I used to go to my own parent-teacher conferences. And I got to translate to the teacher that you're either messing up or you're doing good and that you're not doing good. And you also don't want to get yourself in trouble. So you're like, oh,
a little white lie.
Yeah,
she
said I'm doing great.
She says I'm doing bad today, but last week I was doing just fine. So there was that kind of struggle that there wasn't all those resources that you have now. And I think that's great because that's what, let's just say that's 15 years ago, maybe more at that point, probably about 20 or so. That you don't, like my son won't have to go through that, you know, or the next person doesn't have to go through that. So it is some of those challenges now that are, happily being overcome by some of those improvements.
But we're just like evolving as a society. We're making things like, especially like right now, like mental health wasn't such a big thing, but now but COVID kind of like brought to light the importance of mental health, and now it's becoming like such a big thing of like having a therapist or someone to talk to about your problems, or maybe even checking on your friends or family to be sure that they're doing okay, stuff like that. He's like, how do you feel, but how do you actually really feel?
So this is definitely oversharing. So my father passed. He unfortunately took his life.
Sorry to hear
that. Thank you. And he's from that old school mindset of you talk about it, why? Yeah, right? It's frowned upon.
Well, especially as a man, it's frowned upon even more because a lot of things we have to be strong on the outside, but we have our own internal battles on the inside of our mind, and that's like the strongest thing we have of anyone. And
it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. And I even saw with my own father's struggles of like you have the resources. but it's very tough to overcome that stigma or mindset of, well, I'm a man, I got to figure it out. I'm going to do it. No, it's okay to say you're not okay. It's all right to say you need help.
Right.
You know, it's not frowned upon. No, like outside of your inner circle, who's going to know?
Right.
That guy that lives 2 blocks from you has no idea you're going to a therapist.
Let alone do they care?
Yeah, or they got their own stuff to be caught.
Yeah, everyone's worried about their own issues.
Yeah. And so, you know, a lot of that, obviously there's more that goes into play. There's trauma from early childhood and it doesn't get addressed, and if you don't deal with it the right way, you know, it
festers.
It adds up, man. And whatever adulthood brings on the plate, boy, oh boy, does that add up.
Yeah.
And even like for myself, like I was telling you guys, last year was super tough. You become a father, lose a father, start a new career, somewhat of a new career, and you're navigating, like at least for me, navigating through all that unknown. But you got to be strong, you know. But the good thing is,
as a man, right?
Yeah. But the good thing is, I know when it's all right. It's time for me to call, you know, so and so. Hey, man, what's going on? I'm having a rough day. Let's chat. Or I can drown myself in music, or I can drown myself in a movie. If it's for 2 hours, it's 2 hours that you're not thinking about what's going on, and then you can refresh. Or if you're working,
just an outlet.
Yeah,
an outlet is,
and it's super
with
important.
Anything.
Yeah, super important. I don't know when it was noticed in COVID, but COVID was bad, obviously, in the sense that we were now aware of. We're not immune to everything. We're not superheroes. You know, something new can come up.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you look at the science, read into it, your body develops a certain strength now towards
antibodies,
medicine. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that probably will happen again the next 40, 50. We don't know. But even then, what I liked about COVID is it gave all of us an opportunity to learn more about ourselves that we didn't know, or we thought we didn't know, but also to branch out. Like the amount of people that got hobbies out of it, or were able to work on those hobbies and maybe make some money off of it from the side, or were able to say, you know what, now's the time to change my career or to learn something new that can help me out, but also to get that help that you need in any stuff like that. But yeah, mental health is one of those things where everybody handles it differently.
Yeah, for sure.
And as long as, and I try to be present for anybody at any point in time, you're going through something, call, text. If it's 5 minutes, those 5 minutes can mean a lifetime.
Yeah.
To that person. And you don't even know it. That's the thing. You might not even know it.
Never know what they're going through.
You never know it. Half of my friends, more than half, never knew. You for me, going through my struggles last year of like, I was beat. I was beat up.
But that's the thing, though. Like the small things for someone else, like you, it may be the world to someone else. It's just the perspective of it all. Yeah.
And that's why, like, people say to me, "Oh, you're busy." I'm never too busy for a phone call.
No, time is the thing. Is just like people say, I don't have time. It's just you don't want to create opportunity to do things.
Yeah.
You always have time. You just willingness to do it.
And that's the thing.
That's the framing you have to just do and adjust.
You got to just look at it that way.
And especially with doom scrolling and stuff like that. People's like, oh, I don't have time, but you're on your phone doom scrolling for 4 hours. Those 4 hours you could have done something else.
I'm so guilty of that sometimes. I'm like,
oh no,
dude,
it's bad. It
is so bad.
Yeah.
But obviously there's more that comes into play. You're like, all right, I just need a distraction from whatever's going on, whatever. We're just joking about getting suckered into that YouTube hole. Why am I looking at beef Wellington videos at 2 a.m?
Most random stuff.
The most random stuff. But then you might find something that you're like, oh, this is really useful. I could apply this to the day-to-day life. You know, we were talking about the David Goggins videos and you know, so that's the kind of stuff too. It's like, it's all about framing and how you approach it. But
your mind, as I've been saying, is like your strongest thing. So however you frame it, I mean, they're obviously it's life though. There's highs and lows.
Yeah.
Everyone can't be at a high. In your life, and you're crazy if you are delusional.
I tell a lot of folks on my teams, 2 things you got to have in life, in my opinion, professionally, personally too: patience and time. You have to have it. You got to have patience, and you got to give everything time. Nothing good happens overnight.
It's crazy how it is now, though. Like everyone wants that instant like satisfaction.
Yeah.
Because you
like,
see it on
Right,
social media.
right.
You're not seeing the behind the scenes work.
You know, see how they
Right.
got to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that streamer? Kai
Cenat?
Yeah. No one saw how long it took for him
Right.
to get to where he's at. This for a decade, I think, is how long it took for him to work there. And to get to that doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
But he
More
didn't-
times than not.
Yeah.
More times
It-
than not.
it
Everyone has
does
like
it.
those 5 seconds of fame or whatever,
Yeah.
but in the grand scheme of it all, with most people.
Yeah,
Takes a
and
lot of
there's a
time.
difference between doing that to get to that. Dan, I guarantee you, we'll probably talk about Akai and the Mr. Beast and those other
Speed
streamers.
and all
Yeah,
those guys.
10 years from now, people will still talk about them because they'll find a way to stay at the top of their level.
Yeah.
You know, sure, it might not be the same height. It's like sports. It might not be that same height you were performing as an MVP, but you're still there, and you're going to keep being there until Father Time knocks on your door and says, "Hey, you got to retire, or your material is no longer any good, or whatever that looks like." But that's proven right there.
Yeah. And that's the thing. People want it, as I say, like fast.
Yeah.
But they don't want to. They want to get it to the mountaintop without putting all the work to get to the mountaintop.
Yeah.
And as you're saying, with comparing yourself, comparison is the thief of all joy.
Yeah, you
So
can't.
you can't be comparing yourself to other people. It's tough for sure, especially seeing someone so successful doing their things. But as we were discussing, the journey to get there,
Oh my
something
God.
is unseen,
Yeah.
and people don't realize how many hours or years and months and decades to get to
Yeah.
where they're
Late
at.
nights that take you there. Even for myself, like right now, I'm blessed to be in the home I'm in. To give my son a better life than, and I'm not saying that I had a tough time. I had a kind of rough time growing up, but to give him now what he has, like that's what hard work has paid off for me so far. But he doesn't know when I first moved out, like I had to juggle, like, all right, got my car notes due this month. I have a 26% APR and a car overpaid for because I really needed it. Rent's due on the 1st. God damn it, I don't have any money for groceries this week. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches it is.
Yeah.
So some folks won't see that in that moment
struggle.
in time. Yeah. Or they'll forget about it because they got their own stuff going on. And it
That's how it
happens,
is.
But that's why it's important for even oneself to be in check with themselves.
Well, it's like I've seen a lot because I'm in this whole like self-improvement art,
Yeah.
but just like a life audit, kind of like
Yeah.
seeing what you're doing and how you're doing it and see what needs to change if you're trying to change yourself.
Yeah.
Because like nothing changes if nothing changes, basically. So
Yeah. We create our own problems more than half the time, I think. Obviously there's stuff. Work is work. You're going to deal with BS no matter where you work. Obviously you have a say, depending on what level you're at work, if you're a supervisor or not, on how much of that BS you create yourself. But in a personal life, you get to choose your friendships. You get to choose the relationships that you either invest your time into or don't want to invest your time into. You get to choose what hobbies you dive more into or what you don't want to dive into. But oftentimes we forget about that because we're so caught up in what Susie Q's up to and what Cletus is doing and where they're going because, you know that they work here. How are they affording all these different trips? But what we don't know is they just maxed out 10 cards.
Yeah.
Or that they're behind on their student loans or that they're, they don't.
defaults or whatever.
Yeah, right. And but again, that's the stuff that you're not going to see,
Right.
until 10 years pass by and you go, damn, it's looking rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? And then all the truth just spills out. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I guess this was a great conversation,
Yeah.
I think, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thanks.
you hopping on. Any last remarks? I mean, there's a lot of depth in this
For
conversation we
real.
talked about. So
Last remarks.
to the audience or chat, I guess we've been addressing them as
Last
out in
minute
the crowd.
shout-outs.
Chat. Just be true to yourself. I think if that's one thing like my life has kind of taught me is be true to yourself. You find like you have to find the things that make you happy and you have to find the things that don't make you happy. It's weird in my life. I've liked to put myself into tough positions, sometimes by choice to see like, all right, can I pull this off or am I in over my head? But when you do that and you put yourself in those tough positions and you can overcome that, you can make anything happen. for me, being first generation, my parents came to this country with nothing, turned that nothing into a little something, gave that to me so I could to turn into anything. So that one day I would hope that my son turns it into everything. And so that's kind of the unofficial mantra that I have.
There you go.
And then everything, moderation is key, folks. Jack Daniels, number 7. Moderation is key.
Well,
but thank you guys for having me over.
Yeah, of course.
It was great.
Welcome.
It was great.
So on that note, hopefully you took away some wise words from Marco on that. It was a great conversation overall. I'm your host for the episode, Jason. Signing off with Bryan and Dom, and our first guest of our second season, Marco.
2. Let's do it.
All right. Living room without the G. Signing off. Let's go. Peace.
Do it. See ya.